This week on 20 TV Insider, Pine Creek football continues its unbeaten streak against Air Academy. Discovery Canyon students celebrate a homecoming blowout over Mitchell. Liberty boys soccer jumps to the top of the standings after a big win. Plus, Rampart volleyball stays perfect in their league thanks to a big sweep. You're watching 20 TV Insider from Academy School District 20. Hello and welcome to 20 TV Insider, your weekly look into events in Academy School District 20. I'm Brian Jerman. Thanks for joining us today. We've got homecoming football all around today, and as usual, it was a combination of their potent offense and stingy defense that helped Pine Creek to a big win over Air Academy on Thursday night. The Eagles get it going early, much to the happiness of the homecoming crowd throwing powder in the stands. Josh Odom, an easy 5-yard touchdown run, 7-0 Pine Creek, untouched on that one. Tommy Lazaro does it with the arm this time. 60 yards in the air to JoJo Doman, no one around him. Again, untouched into the end zone. It's 14-0 Eagles at that point. Then it's Lazaro doing it with his feet. Nice fake there as he comes down with it. Takes it all the way to the house. Good job diving into the end zone. 21-0 Pine Creek. Lazaro had 38 yards on just 3 carries. Then JoJo Doman, we saw him on the offensive side. Does it here defensively. Big pick. Takes it in from 30 yards out for the touchdown. Pine Creek is rolling 28-0. But Air Academy would get on the board late in the second. Adam Brown goes up top to his favorite guy, Jake Vargas. 74 yards later, the Cadets are on the board. It's 42-7. But Pine Creek would put the backups in for the rest of the game, and backup Brock Doman goes up top to Dakota Stone, who makes a nice catch in the end zone. Pine Creek runs away with it, 56-14. Joining me now is 20 TV reporter Kara Hammer. Kara, thanks for joining us. And the Eagles, a couple scares earlier this year, but they're still undefeated, aren't they? Well,
they took Falcon into overtime, but they got the W in their homecoming game against Air Academy. They made winning look easy. This is a team that they could see themselves heading towards another state title. Pine Creek is a team that has battled injuries, adversity, and still has a perfect record.
It's extremely exciting, especially when you have a group of kids that you're working with every day and you're out here grinding. It's an accomplishment.
No win has come easily. Down late in the fourth quarter against Falcon, they battled back and got the W.
And, it was a great game, went into overtime and scored one of the touchdowns to throw us in overtime after extra point. I mean, it was definitely it was a feeling of revenge almost.
The record shows a winning team, but behind the scenes, Pine Creek has worked hard to come this far.
Well, we've dealt with a lot of injuries, and it's just next guy stepping up. A lot of guys. I think we do a great job in the weight room in the summer of just building a work ethic that allows us to go that next step, and guys just not wanting to lose.
But with an undefeated record, Pine Creek knows they're the team to beat.
It's the same thing with being state champions. Everyone wants to hand us the first loss. Everyone wants to come get us. But, we got to just play our game, do our best, and not let anything get to us.
Now they're playing with chemistry, camaraderie, and as senior Josh Odom says, they're just doing their thing.
Our black shirts are definitely prepared for anything that comes with them.
Well, we play with 11 guys on the field, so it's all 11 working together. We don't attribute one guy to stopping one man. It's our scheme against their scheme, and more importantly, it's our 11 against their 11.
Brian, Pine Creek has a handful of Division I athletes. We saw that they can use a 2-quarterback set with Lazaro and Brock Doman. Clearly a team that could go undefeated the rest of the season.
They certainly are. And they're fun to watch, and it looks to me like they're going to be packed for years to come, because even if they lose some of these guys to Division I, they got a lot of guys coming back next year.
Well, Doman, a sophomore, he has a brother, JoJo, who's a junior. His first passing touchdown was to his brother, so Doman to Doman, years to come.
Yeah, it's fun to watch that Pine Creek football team. Now, the Discovery Canyon football team is also undefeated this season. The Thunder have taken down a handful of ranked teams on their way to a 6-0 record. However, against Mitchell on Friday, things would get just a little bit easier. Love the nice non-paper sheet that the Thunder run through every game. Speaking of running through, how about Andrew Hall running through the Marauder defense for a touchdown? Easy early on, 7-0, and then Hall goes up on top, finding Spencer Chambers. Nice catch over the head there, 14-0. The Thunder was rolling. And then on defense, Dylan Draper. Some nice heat there. He takes it back, the pick six. Way too easy for the Thunder on this one. Andrew Hall would get another nice touchdown here. Watch the beautiful fake pitch, fakes out the entire Marauder defense, runs in again, untouched for the touchdown. You know, Coach Sean Mitchell told us after the game that his team has to stay focused each and every week.
Regardless of who we play, you know, we want to be a league champ, and in order to do that, you've got to win every week, and we've got to get better every week too. We can't have any letdowns. So tonight, one of our goals was to play 2 complete halves.
Well, defending 4A state champion Pine Creek has struggled to replace some of their soccer scoring that they lost from last year. They may have found their touch against Rampart last week. The Eagles' Aaron Hafner gets taken down on this play. That sets up the penalty kick, and it would be Taylor Carroll taking it. That was way too easy. 1-0 Pine Creek. Then later it's Hafner again, this time centering it across for Nick Bannister. The first shot saved, but Bannister right there to put it in. Pine Creek goes on to win by a 2-0 final score. Well, the Rampart volleyball team is the top-ranked team in 5A under first-year head coach Nikki Kinzer. The Rams look to start their conference schedule on a good note, hosting Liberty in a game we broadcasted live on 20 TV. Rampart struggled early on, with the Lancers actually having a lead midway through the first set. However, the Rams' powerful duo of August Rasky and Amanda Cushion helped them take set 1, 25-21. Things weren't much easier in set 2, but Rampart was able to hold off a late charge by Liberty to win that one 25-20, and they got the sweep 25-13 to earn their first Colorado Springs Metro League win of the year. They are now 11-2 overall. The Lancers then needed to refocus to travel to 9th-ranked Pine Creek Friday night for the second league game for both of those teams. Pine Creek fans always excited for a big matchup, and you love to see the Eagle fans going crazy. The first game started out close, both teams with some nice kills, but Pine Creek eventually picked up this win 25-20. Game 2 a little easier for the Eagles. They won by 9, 25-16. The Lancers would not go quietly into the night, though. In Game 3, they tie it up at 25, but Pine Creek edged out the Lancers 29-27 for the 3-0 sweep. The Eagles are now 8-5. The Lancers dropped to 5-8 on the season. You know, our goal here at 20 TV Insider is to cover as many topics as possible affecting the District 20 community. If you have an idea for a story, feel free to send us an email to 20tv@asd20.org or give us a call on our tip line at 719-234-1780. Thanks for joining us today. We'll see you next week on 20 TV Insider.